going to be interesting, I'll tell you that.
What do you think?
I don't know. You know, it's a big jump to go from 54, which was a step up from 47, right?
Now
so it goes to
to
54, and now he's going to 68. That's so much weight.
A lot of weight.
But Terrence is, I think he's the best switch hitter since Hagler.
It's a good fight. Well, I'm not going to say too much.
Okay.
I'm going to save it till on the day of the fight.
Okay.
But look, it's going to be a mega fight. Honestly, it's hard to pick the winner. Yeah. But like I said, it's a close one.
I'm going for Canelo, of course. You know, he's the Mexican warrior as well. And for Crawford, man, you can't neglect him or you can't underestimate him as well. You know, he has a lot of skills, a lot of movement. He's a lefty as well. That's what Canelo has trouble with. I think it's going to be an amazing fight, man. I just can't wait, and the best man wins.
The year's most awaited showdown between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is approaching, and fighters are giving their professional takes on the matchup. On the other hand, Antonio Tarver said, "This is boxing's biggest fight in years," and fully backs Terrence Crawford. He admitted it's Crawford's hardest test yet, but also possibly Canelo's, making September 13th the night the truth is revealed.
Yeah, it's a major fight, man, the biggest in a long time. If you've been following Tarver's take, you know I'm Bud County all the way. But this is going to be the toughest fight, the best fighter Bud has ever been in the ring with. And arguably, this could be the best fighter Canelo has ever been in the ring with. We'll find out which one is which on September 13th.
Israel Madrimov called it a must-watch, since both are pound-for-pound stars. He praised Crawford's IQ, stance switching, and versatility, saying he can win if he avoids adding useless weight.
Perspective, having fought Terrence, him now fighting Canelo, moving up 2 more weight classes to fight a lot bigger guy.
Сейчас всем интересно вот это бой, потому что они занимают паунд-по-паунду. Кроуфорд, у Кроуфорда есть высокий IQ, и обоих стойках он может боксировать, он можно давить и бегать, и даже ближний бой тоже может. Поэтому мне тоже интересно, если он не набирает лишний вес, может тоже выиграть это. Есть шанс.
Joe Rogan said the matchup is fascinating but uncertain because of Crawford's jump to 168. Still, he called Crawford a rare talent and the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler.
It's going to be interesting, I'll tell you that.
What do you think?
I don't know. You know, it's a big jump to go from 54, which was a step up from 47, right?
Now
so it
he's
goes to
going
54, and now he's going to
68.
68. That's so much weight.
A lot of weight.
But Terrence is, I think he's the best switch hitter since Hagler.
Regis Prograis noted that Canelo's power forced Jermell Charlo to a knee, showing the gap Crawford must overcome. He respects Crawford's skills, but thinks Canelo's size and legacy make this an entirely different challenge.
Jermell was undisputed at 154, and Canelo hit him, and Jermell was like, hell no, Jermell took a knee. You know, so it's a big difference. And Crawford had that one fight at 154, and he didn't, you know, Madrimov would touch him up a little bit. And this is nowhere close to Madrimov. You talk about Canelo. Now, if it was just another bigger guy, I would go with Crawford. But you talk about a great, this might be, I mean, people might kill me for it, but well, not really, but this might be the best Mexican fighter ever. One of them, at least, right? You talk about Canelo and Crawford going up against him. So
Prograis added that Crawford's talent and Canelo's age give him some chance, but he doesn't see Crawford winning. He said if Crawford does pull it off, it would rank as one of boxing's greatest achievements.
The only thing they have, but I would say the only thing he has going for him is he's a skillful fighter, and Canelo is older, but so is Crawford too. I think Crawford is 37, 38, something like that. Canelo's 36, so they both are older right now. But man, I don't personally see it. A lot of people see that Crawford can beat Canelo. It's just like that punch resistance is something else. They make weight classes for a reason. If he could beat him, man, I think he on the Mount Rushmore of fighters if Crawford can pull this off. But I don't see it.
Andy Ruiz said he sides with Canelo for his Mexican warrior spirit, but won't dismiss Crawford's threat. He noted Crawford's speed, southpaw stance, and skill make this a fight where either man could prevail.
I think it's going to be a good fight, man. I'm going for Canelo, of course. You know, he's the Mexican warrior as well. And for Crawford, man, you can't neglect him or you can't underestimate him as well. You know, he has a lot of skills, a lot of movement. He's a lefty as well. That's what Canelo has trouble with. I think it's gonna be an amazing fight, man. I just can't wait, and the best man wins.
Sean Porter said Canelo is always a huge challenge, but Crawford won't face anything new. He highlighted that Crawford has moved up in weight correctly, which should make the fight competitive.
Getting in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, Terrence is not going to see anything that he hasn't seen before. No, he hasn't seen this beast on fight night, but he's seen versions of this beast for a very, very, very long time. Another thing to note is people have said that he's a blown up 147-pound fighter. If you remember, he said it was hard for him to make 147 when he fought Errol Spence Jr. I was like, yo, how is that possible? I didn't realize like he was really doing everything that's needed to gain the weight properly. Most fighters don't know how to gain weight and fit into a weight class properly. He's done that. So it's going to be a great fight.
Amir Khan admitted Canelo has the size edge, but said Crawford adds weight impressively and carries real strength. He remembered sparring Crawford and felt his heavy hands, power, and physicality firsthand.
I think Canelo has a size advantage, but then again, I've always said Crawford puts on the weight well. If you look at size of him, you see his picture when he was like 185. He looked huge, bro. He looked jacked up and he looked strong at the weight as well. I remember when I used to spar with him, and I think, wow, he's heavy and he's heavy-handed as well.
People don't give as well,
yeah. You know, people don't give him the credit for his power. Crawford bangs hard, man. I mean, and also has that muscle strength.
Khan also recalled seeing Crawford wrestle heavyweights in the gym, proving his toughness. He called it a true 50-50 fight since Canelo looks unbeatable, yet Crawford has never lost.
I saw him in the gym when I was training with them, wrestling heavyweights and taking them down, wrestling. So I don't know if you know this, but Crawford is, I think he was like one of the top national wrestlers.
He was a good, yeah. I think he wrestled when he was younger, and he was very. Like, you always see him wrestling people at events.
He's strong, isn't he? So either he's one guy you don't want to fight, because if you have a standoff with him, he's gonna try knocking you out, and if he takes you down, you're fucked as well. So I mean, but look, it's a great fight that we're gonna see, because we've not really seen a fight where it's like it is a proper 50-50 fight. Why people are saying it's a 50-50 fight? Because Canelo has all the advantages, and Crawford has never been beaten. So that's why. And Crawford looks unbeatable. So it's gonna be a good fight.
Abel Sanchez praised Crawford as elite, but believes Canelo's size and experience will prove too much. He predicted Crawford's speed could work early, but Canelo will adapt and win down the stretch.
I honestly think that Canelo's too big. Terrence is a superb fighter. He's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just think that moving up in weight without having fights to merit that, I think it's the wrong move. But he couldn't handle a 154-pounder the way that he was handling everybody else before, and Madrimov is not Canelo. Canelo's been used to fighting all the bigger guys and has done very well with the bigger guys. Nobody's hurt him. I mean, he's fought the biggest punch. He fought Gennady. Come on, he fought Gennady twice, really the good fights, and then Bivol hit him with everything and couldn't hurt him. So how's Terrence gonna do that? I don't think he can. I see Canelo going away maybe in a 16-12, 17-13 kind of fight. The first 3 or 4 rounds will be difficult for Canelo, or a little harder for Canelo because of the speed. But once he assimilates, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the first 3 or 4 rounds where Kell was fast. But Terrence is going to expose himself when he throws his punches, and Canelo's going to finally get this timing down, and I think we'll be able to control the fight.
Roy Jones Jr. said Crawford won't struggle with the weight since he bulked up properly, similar to his own jump to heavyweight. He noted Crawford already trains with bigger men, so he'll handle the division fine.
I don't think Terrence dealing with much of anything, because Terrence did like I did as a heavyweight. He bulked up to the weight. He been dealing with super middles and light heavyweights in training. If you can deal with them in training, you can deal with them in the fight. So the weight should not even be an issue.
Jones added that Canelo has only one way to win, while Crawford has many. Because versatility usually prevails, he said he'd bet on Crawford to take the fight.
If Canelo fights the absolute correct fight that he can fight, the only correct fight that he can fight, he does have a chance, and I think he could be victorious. If he doesn't fight the one way that he can only fight to win it, Terrence Crawford has 6 ways he can win it. And my money will go on the man who has 6 ways to win it over the man who has 1 way of winning.
Chris Algieri said what makes the fight intriguing is the real possibility that Terence Crawford could secure the win, noting Crawford has the ability to do it. Still, he said his view stays the same since he weighs many elements, usually siding with Canelo Alvarez as the bigger skilled man.
So, but I think it's good. I think it makes the fight more enticing if a lot of people are thinking that Crawford can win. And don't get me wrong, Crawford can absolutely win the fight. I'm not saying he can't win the fight. But in terms of, how I see it, it hasn't really changed my thoughts because I know better than to just trust that last thing I saw because there's a lot of confounding factors.
So you feel Canelo is going to win the fight?
I leaned Canelo, yeah.
Yeah.
I always have. I've always leaned Canelo. Just it's the good big man versus the good small man.